So the next drug is vitamin B12, cobalt containing compound. It is also known as cyanocobalamin. It is synthesized by colonic bacteria present in food of animal origin such as a meat, liver, egg, fish, etc. Essential for normal hemopoiesis and the maintenance of normal myelins. Next is a pharmacokinetics of vitamin B12. So firstly the vitamin B12 is absorbed in a absorption. So the first is CBIP means cyanocobalamin. It goes in stomach, react with HCl and pepsin, then follow the gastric partial set secretes IF. Then it combined with the cyanocobalamin, then go into the brush borders receptors of IF. Here's the 80% of HC cyanocobalamin and TCCB is a 20%. So next one, the TCCB and TCCB is a holotranscobalamin take up by all cells of NDA synthesis, high turnover. It is a short half-life. After that, it go into the liver and lastly in a duodenum by pancreatic protease degrade the HC cyanocobalamin. Next is the preparations of vitamin B12. So vitamin B12 is available for oral and parenteral administration. The choice of route depends upon the causes of deficiency. So there are two preparations of vitamin B12. First is a cyanocobalamin, second is a hydroxycobalamin. Next is the adverse effect of vitamin B12. So the allergy reaction to preservatives in a preparation for the injections are mild diarrhea, anxiety, panic attack, heart palpitations, insomnia, chest pain, rashes, itchy skin, heartburn, vomiting, back pain, etc. These are the cause due to the parenteral injection, and the external rare cases are the congestive heart failure, pulmonary edema, anaphylaxis, peripheral vascular thrombosis, inflammatory acne. Next is the therapeutic uses of B12. The treatment and prevention of B12 deficiency and the disease caused by the low vitamin level of B12 levels. Reducing the condition related to heart disease, also known as hyperhomocytainemia, when take with a folic acid and vitamin B6. Next drug is a folic acid. It is a combination of glutamic acid and para-aminobenzoic acid and petridine nuclease, which is an important basic ring of a folic acid. Minimum daily requirement of adult is 50 to 100 microgram, and the requirement of folic acid increases during the pregnancy and lactation, that is the 500 to 800 microgram per day. Mechanism of action: it is a biochemically inactive. It converts into the tetra folic acid and methyl tetra hydrofolate by dihydrofolate reductase. This folic acid transport across the cell by the receptor mediated endocytosis, where they are needed to maintain the normal erythropoiesis. The synthesis of purine and thymidylate nucleic acid interconvert amino acid methylated tRNA and generate and use formate. By using the vitamin B12 as a cofactor, folic acid can normalize high homocysteine level by remethylation of homocysteine to methionine via methionine synthase. So the simply folic acid mechanism of folic acid, it converts into the tetrahydrofolic acid, which is the active form, and folic acid is the inactive form. Then the tetrafolic acid is converted into the purine, pyrimine, and then DNA. So here's the tetrafolic acid and the methyl tetrahydrofolate is converted by using the dihydrofolate reductase. Pharmacodynamic. It is a water-soluble B-complex vitamin found in a body such as the liver, kidney, yeast, and in a food leaf, green vegetables. Folic acid used to diagnose the folate deficiency and treat the topical spruce, megaloblastic, macrocytic anemia, hemolytic complications resulting from the deficiency in folic acid. The orally absorption is 75% and plasma protein binding is 70%. So next is the adverse drug reactions of folic acid. So adverse effect is anorexia, erythema, itching, skin rashes, neuropathy, bronchospasm, etc. Next is the preparations of folic acid. Folic acid available for oral administration as a tablet and liquid form. Injectable preparation is available only in combination formulation. Then last is the therapeutic uses. It is used in megaloblastic anemia, increased demand, Perseus anemia, methotrexate toxicity, nutritional folate deficiency, and prophylactic therapy. So here's the drug that affect the formation of blood. Here's the completed. In next lecture we see the coagulation and drug for coagulation. Here's we stop.